All right, we're going live on YouTube. Pony Express, but we're going.
Might get kicked off YouTube if it keeps going.
All right. We're going to get banned. All right, we're going live. All right, there we go.
We're on YouTube.
This might be a short and sweet one tonight.
There you go.
So, all right, hello everybody. If you're watching over on YouTube or you're watching on the replay, I'm Tammy Lance, and we're the Journey to Healing team, and we're here to help you through your keto journey. Let me know how your struggles and your wins and everything are going, and we will try to help you through as we get going. Got a bunch of announcements I want to get out first, and then we can go and check in. No support group next week, so this will be our last one for the year. So that will be a good thing. Everybody will be off to celebrate for next year. And ready. Hack Your Health. Robin has just messaged us and let us know that the prices for the tickets will be going up January 1st. So anybody that does not have your tickets yet, make sure you get your tickets. Use our code JTH. We'll give you $100 off of that weekend pass. But it will go up $50 January 1st. And then it just starts incrementally getting higher till time. So keep checking in on that. If you're going to go, reach out to us. Let us know. Use the code when you go to sign out, and it should give you the discount. January classes for all of my coaching people. January classes will not start till January 7th. There's 5 weeks in the month. So we will skip the first week for the holiday, go into January 7th. On Tuesday, we'll start classes. I am going to change the time for the daytime classes next month. I'm going to move that to 2 o'clock instead of noon. I'm pretty sure it's going to be 2. So we'll get the West Coast people a little bit closer to their lunchtime and see if we can benefit and help them there. Gift certificate page is available. If you know any loved ones that you think want to join in, the gift certificate page is available. You can do that. And I'm trying to get a coupon code made for the people that buy gift certificates for someone else. I'm trying to get a coupon code for the buyer to help you guys out. So if anybody does that, reach out to me and I'll get you a private coupon code to use for your membership. Class next week will be on Monday instead of Tuesday. We will do Monday evening classes, 7 o'clock beginner, 8:30 will be intermediate, and then no classes for the rest of the week. And I'm not going to do daytime classes next week because nobody shows up. Or it's just me and Diane and Nancy talking. So, we'll have a girlfriend chat if you want to, but I'm not going to do class.
I'm going to go through withdrawals.
Right?
You got my number, Diana.
We'll have coffee and tea while I'm trying to get ready for Christmas since I've done nothing. Okay, class on Monday instead of Tuesday. New blog post is up. Please like it, please share it, please read it, and share it out with anybody you think we could bless. And make sure you guys get the downloads that I put over there. The download for what to keep in the refrigerator through the Christmas holiday. Hey, Jill, glad you made it. Through the holiday, what you did and what you can get to keep on hand. The ideas to take with you if you're going to parties or anything like that to keep you on track. What's the other? Oh, the list of the sugars. That's the other one that we got going. There's going to be a blog post coming out here next day or so with the sugars, and there's a download that goes with that you can either download it to your phone or keep it with you that gives you the names of all the sugars on the back of packages. Oh. So it's kind of neat. It's kind of deceiving, you know, in the US here, they're allowed to do anything and call it anything, and it still comes down to a sugar. So if you're wondering why your numbers are messed up, sometimes it's because they're hidden in the labels in there. And everybody, please mark your calendars and be ready. Christmas party is going to be December 29th. That will be this following Sunday, not this coming Sunday, but the next Sunday after Christmas, Sunday evening. So we're going to do that. And then, we lost Nance. Uh-oh. So, where'd she go?
I had seen your daughter last night.
You seen my daughter? Did you?
At the railroad.
Oh, yeah.
She was singing.
My daughter was, or my granddaughter was?
She was your daughter.
Whoa.
Oh, that's scary. We always said we are dancers in this family. We are not singers. Cameron can sing, but the rest of us can't sing. So that's funny. Did you video it? I want to see it.
I kind of got part of it. I was across the room, so I was trying to
send it to me.
I was trying to sneak it.
You gotta send it to me. That'll be funny. I'll be blackmail. But so. Anyways, the Christmas party will be the 29th. We're going to do a virtual live. We're going to take you guys out to the living room. I'm going to make my family come and be a part of it. So we'll all be family together. So come on in, Kimmy. Everybody say hi to my sister-in-law. This is Kimmy. So as soon as we are done here tonight, Christmas party begins here at our house of getting things moving and ready. So we're going to get going. But Kiwi's here. So I'm going to try to have some of my family over next Sunday or that Sunday, the Christmas party. So we're going to do some scavenger hunt stuff and some games and try to have a little bit of fun. It'll be after the holidays. The stress will be over. Wear your ugly sweaters or your jammies. I don't care. It'll be good. It's going to be a family night. That's our story and we're sticking to it. So come on, Diana, come and check in.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Well, there's something I kind of like to talk about. My curiosity is really, really peaked now.
Okay.
I I don't how many of you watch Boz Tuesday night?
Mm-hmm.
So the GLP ones, I've been researching this for quite some time, and I don't mean to say that, I don't smarter than the doctors or anything, but I've been waiting to be validated on some of this stuff. And she did the other night.
Yep.
On the allulose. I have been taking this, and every time I mention something to anybody, I got pushback about the carbs.
Mm-hmm.
Well, apparently they don't, but anyway, this is supposed to mimic the Ozempic and all that stuff.
Mhm.
So I have taken this every day since almost day one.
Nice.
Because I thought, all right, so the best sugars apparently are monk fruit and allulose. And I don't know, and some days more than others. Sometimes
What do you
I'm
call day
cheat
one?
day. Huh?
What do you call
When you
day
first
one?
started.
Since I started Dr. Boz's
really?
keto program.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
It's
Great.
this little, whatever this thing it's supposed to be,
Half a tablespoon.
2.5 teaspoons or whatever. It's supposed to be 10 carbs. But now there's info. Well, it's been out there for a while, but that was another thing I was waiting for Dr. Boz to validate as well. Now there's info out there about microdosing that is just, it's causing, it's like healing kidney function, healing heart tissue, knee arthritis. All a whole big old list of stuff. And I've been like, so now anyway, I'm curious about how much, or I'm sure it's a combination of both, did this allulose help my kidney function?
Well, okay, so a lot of exciting stuff. As you guys, if you've watched Tuesday night, you know Dr. Boz just came home from the conference. So she's come home with a wealth of knowledge and a wealth of new stuff to bring the pieces together for us. Because what's happening is we're finding we get some of us veterans that have been in this journey that I live this, breathe it, walk it, talk it, live it, breathe it. I do this faithfully. And it's one of those things, some of us, it seems to work like Diana, your chemistry shifted and you are there, you've hit your goals, the kidney function has reversed and turned around. All those things have happened, but there's still some of us that are still on the struggle bus of trying to make that happen. So first of all, kudos to you for doing what you've done and staying so strict. I'm really curious about the allulose too, because it does work on that GLP-1 receptor. But what some of the science from at the beginning of it with the allulose is if you don't get enough of it, it didn't do that process. But if you got it, put in a bunch of it, some of it made you nauseous. So there was finding that happy medium in it. So I am really curious to see what the science shows moving forward in it. But I would venture to say that there is something that connection of the GLP-1 and the allulose. But I would still say here's the caveat, even with the dosing, the microdosing, those kind of things. I'm checking into it too. I want to learn about it. I want to see what it can do with the microdosing and things like that, if it can help my body for those of us. But here's where the cutoff is that I got to get this out. You have to do it in ketosis. You have to still get ketones in circulation. You don't want to lose muscle mass. Heart is a muscle. So even in myself, if I go to try this, I have got to get ketones in circulation. I got to get that Dr. Roz ratio down nice and low so that I get the most benefits, have my body do what it can do. And then if the medication can help along the way, then that would be one thing. But you have to do your part because your heart is a muscle. Yeah. And if you continually lose muscle mass because you're not getting enough proteins or your macros aren't right, you will lose muscle mass. So it's one of those things, doing it correctly and making sure you stay in ketosis. And here's what I don't want anybody to hear. It is not a skip the healthy eating part. It is not skip the ketosis just to do it. We may need help. And there's those of us that need some help. And I mean, it's the same thing Dr. Baza talked to me when I had the heart attack and I needed to take the injection for my heart. I have the hard, dense, small, dense particles that I needed to take the shot to help save my life and not have another heart attack. It wasn't a decision I made easy, but it was one of those, I've done my part. I did all I can do, and I still needed help. So I'm kind of looking at this one as with all the new stuff that she's coming out, the new process, the new science that's coming out on it, that, you know what, if it can help once I've done my work, I may need to try, it may be an option for some of us. So it's one of those, kudos to you for using the allulose. And I hope maybe that is part of your process that stimulated the GLP-1. And maybe that's why it clicked over for you. I can't tell you yes or no. But it would make sense of if that's what helped you get moving along and got you going in it, more power to you. And if you found
I
something
don't
that
know.
worked.
And that's why I don't know. I think I told somebody I have a really good friend that's a type 2 diabetic, and she's broken right now. And they tried to put her on that stuff, and it made her sicker than a dog. And I was freaking out about it. And I think you might have said, "Hey, well, maybe she needs it for now." But I'm thinking, no, not in her state, probably not.
And that's what's sad when you take somebody that's a full-blown type, diabetic, and they don't know how to control what they're ingesting. They don't know how to control the numbers yet. They don't know how to read the labels. They don't know how to do the difference between total and net carbs. When you're still working with that high of insulin and it stays up that high and you're not bringing that down, you have to do the work. So you don't have the long-term problems with the help.
Yeah.
So as long as, but I know, Diana, I know your numbers are good enough that you are in deep ketosis. Your numbers stay high and you're getting there. So I mean, good for you. Nice kudos.
I mean, I don't know. I think we talked about this the other day about, maybe Nancy asked about, do you get hungry with the fasting? That didn't happen right away, but now 90% of the time I'm not hungry.
Mhm.
I'm thinking, is that doing that?
Well, I think ketones are an appetite suppressant as well. So when your ketones are that high, that is why fasting goes so easier. That first day is hard. The second day gets hard, gets a little easier. And that third day, you're rocking it. You are not hungry because the ketones rise, which suppresses the appetite. But the energy and the fuel that comes out of that is why fasting has that magic. But again, we only fast when your chemistry is ready. We don't just wake up and decide to do that. We take people that are in true nutritional ketosis, then push into the fast. Once the fat-based hormones are ready, you're fat adapted, your body can live off your own fat. So you're not hungry, you're not starving. And that's part of the beauty of doing it in the steps, is that you're ready to fast. So if I don't eat a meal, we know that it's going to go find my butt, I hope, and do something meaningful in it. So it's those kind of things that you're just in the advanced levels and it gets easier. And that's where I like to hear that, because that's knowing you've done the work. You've got the work.
I know. I'm pretty certain my metabolism is in pretty good shape. It's pretty amazing to me, some of the stuff I can eat. And then it's like, wow, that didn't seem to affect my DBR very much, but
right.
Okay,
so I know we don't normally talk numbers of how much weight have you lost, do you mind sharing? Or is it more inches for you?
Well, the inches is crazy.
Okay.
I have still, and I'm not certain right now. Okay, my weight's leveled off. It has been for about 6 weeks. I'm bouncing back and forth between like 127 and 129. But my pants are still getting bigger.
Still getting too
I'm like,
how many times can you buy new pants, right?
I don't know. Mon's not here, but she made a comment about that, and I was drinking coffee when she said something about our pants falling off our butts, and I about spit it right out because I started laughing. It was like,
right.
But
kudos.
So
I mean, that's just neat.
It is 100 and let's see, 127 would be 113, so 112,
My God.
100, something like that.
You've lost
Wow.
a person.
Yeah, I know. I know. I just had a friend of mine I used to work with. I hadn't seen her. She goes, where did you go? You've lost a person. I'm like, yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
And if there's anybody on YouTube watching that doesn't know Diana's story, just know Diana's story. When she started with me, her kidney function was at 49. And in just a few short months, now she jumped in with both feet and didn't look back. So I give her all the credit in the world. She
Yep.
did the work.
She
This
put the
wasn't
work
a
in.
this wasn't a quick fix or an easy fix for her. She did the work day after day after day. That wasn't a get to Saturday and have a cheat meal. But her kidney function is now, do you want to tell it?
83% it was in October.
So from
Wow.
49 to 83% in a
Du-
few months. How many programs do you guys know that reverses kidney function?
Almost doubled it.
So big old zero.
Sure.
Right.
Nancy.
So,
Right.
yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm just proud of you and you've done the work. So that is one of those things. That's the difference of you doing the work. And then if your body still needed help, it'd be one thing, but you're there. But for somebody else, it's like, please, you got to do the work. You got to do the lifestyle change. You got to do the proteins. You got to keep that muscle up. Your heart is a muscle. I mean, that is the biggest thing I got to keep stressing to you guys. Your heart's a muscle. And I don't want to lose. I know I can't afford to lose muscle. I mean, I just can't.
No, me neither. And I believe I have lost some. I need to, but every time I get started doing something, and I just got another yesterday when they looked at my back, it's like, why did I even let you do that? Because I don't even want to hear it anymore.
Yeah.
You know, multiple bone spurs in the thoracic area, all the way up and down, and severe stenosis is inoperable because they're too afraid they'd paralyze me. And it's just like, okay, why did I let you talk me into looking at it again? Because I don't even want to know anymore. It's like, and then I
Right.
was all, my mood wasn't good anyway. And it's like, all right, but the light came on last night. Nancy and I were texting back and forth, and I was like, I've been so worked up about stuff and so much confusion. And I know part of that's the devil trying to get me out of what's going on here, but all of a sudden it comes to me last night. It was like, God's not the author of confusion. Who's the author of confusion? It's Satan. It's not,
Amen.
Yep.
but I don't
Diana,
know.
you're a shining star to everybody, and I'm so happy for you and proud of you for the work that you've done. And the next year, you're just going to continue to do that. Keeping ketones in circulation is going to be the best thing you could do for the healing of the back and keeping the pain down and keeping the inflammation down. So you are on the right track. You've just got to rinse and repeat. Now it becomes a lifestyle, not just a program you're working. It's
Yeah.
a day, now it's just learning to keep it going through the holidays, and you've done great. So don't be
Yeah.
down. You're the superstar right now.
No, you've said it, before. It's like, what choice do I have?
What's the alternative?
This, the arthritis still needs some help. So
Yeah.
there's a part of me that wants to back off and not try to keep my DBR so low all the time, but if I do, I'm in a whole lot worse pain.
Right. So just know, do you guys remember the little, or I don't even know what to call it, the video that Dr. Boz talks about, or the value of a ketone? So if
Oh,
have you ever heard this, Angel? About the value of a ketone? Okay. If an Advil is, say, a $1 value, okay, so if you have pain, you need an anti-inflammatory and you take a couple Advil, okay, that's a $1. Okay, things get a little bit rougher, you need a little bit more, you're going to jump up to a steroid. Now you're going to go get a prescription, or you're going to take a steroid. That has like a $5 value as an anti-inflammatory and pain reliever, okay? Ketones in circulation, natural ketones that your liver is making, your body is making, ketones in circulation have a $20 value. It is that big of a difference of Advil to
Ketone.
steroid to ketones. So it's one of those, be mindful of that, because that ketone in circulation coming from your liver, your liver is learning to make that's coming out. That is a painkiller. That is one of the best ways I was able to get off of 120 milligrams of Oxycontin. I know when I have ketones in circulation, and I will tell you, the week we were on vacation, I had the ice cream and there wasn't a ketone to be found, I'm sure, within me for a million miles. My feet started hurting again. My aches and pains are back. All those things happen. So it's like the ketones in circulation is what keeps you feeling decent and feeling good. So even though your weight is good and you're half the person you were, and what'd you say you were, like a size 6? Like, really?
Size 6,
Or
possibly
4.
size 4 here pretty shortly. I don't know.
Okay, so that's a win. That is a win across the board. But the real win is to be in less pain than you normally would have been. So
yeah, it's, yes, I still have the arthritis, and there are days that, yes, something hurts, but it is not anything like
It
what it
used
used
to
to
be.
be.
and to not have to take a pain pill or
oh yeah, no, there's been no pain pills. You know, I don't know how long ago it was. I did have. I think it was when my hip is bone on bone. So every once in a while I get this referred. They call it referred pain in my thigh, and I felt like somebody was
Yes.
stabbing my thigh with a knife, and so I had a drink that night. You know, I thought, okay, this is the lesser of the three evils, so I'm gonna have a drink. It's like,
Ketones or alcohol? Which one?
yeah, my ketones were 0.3 the next morning.
Right.
Yep.
So you know,
And
but,
so everybody know that if anybody's watching through the holidays, your body will only process one or the other. Keto and
And
alcohol take
always,
priority.
always alcohol gets processed first.
So
Period.
keep that in mind through the holiday celebrations because your ketones will tank when the alcohol goes in. So
Here's a quick something for Diana. Just think of it this way. It took your body how long to react with your arthritis to give you symptoms of, hey, I'm inflamed and I hurt. How long has that been? You know, I mean, was that 10 years, 20 years, 30 years? You don't
kidding
know.
me?
You
I
don't know
tore
when
the
it
ACL on
started.
my left knee in high school, and the arthritis has been there. I mean, it was forever. At 40 years old, my knee needed to be replaced, and he's like, "No, I'm not. You're too young. You cannot
Correct.
do it."
So it's gonna,
like,
and just keep in mind, now that you have found something that takes that away to a certain extent, how long are you going to have to be on that to get rid of the pain?
yeah,
So it's to
Yeah.
reverse it, basically. I mean, that's just one way to look at it. And I'm not trying to be, overwhelming or anything, but even if you've been on this a year, 2 years, that's just a drop in the bucket for what.
most of us have been insulin resistant for decades.
Yes.
So to say that, people will say like, I'm a year into this and I still get flustered. I'm 5 years in. I still have weight to lose. I have health issues that I'm still dealing with 5 years in. But again, what is the alternative? Go backwards till I know the inflammation is bad, till I know I'm going to kill myself. I mean, it's not an option. So you'll get, I mean,
You're
it's
doing a great
You're
job.
doing great. It's
Yeah.
a lifestyle. It's just a lifestyle we got to learn to live with from here on out.
and I mean, I am very curious, and I would like to know how much. And the microdosing, Nancy, is just smaller doses, like droplets. I mean, Dr. Tina said just drops of. But I'd like to know how much would be the equivalent to a microdose in that Alios. It's like, I mean, there's a part of me that's going, okay, for $200 a month versus what is it, 2,000 or something. I might be able to handle that, but right now that would not be a good thing for my finances either. So I'm like, how much of this Alios do I need to take
To do it. Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, and it's working for you. So keep going. Keep
Yeah.
going.
I
And
don't
as
know.
I learn more about the microdosing and things like that and the peptides, I will keep you posted. And maybe there'll be some new stuff coming soon.
I mean, it's just, I mean, I'm not, well, I've been sitting on this, like, I wanted to, like, come on, guys, jump on this with me. This is
Right.
working for me, but I thought, no, I'm not,
I think there's
Because
gonna be
you
a
would
whole
say
lot of
something
new
about put
stuff.
the carbs in it. I'm like, okay, but I read that the carbs don't get absorbed. It doesn't get
The
absorbed.
carbs
by the body.
aren't
It's like,
digested, but here's one of the things. I just don't like to play with anything that I'm not
Yeah.
positive of. And
I
if
know. Well,
We will
I feel
drag our
like,
feet on
what have
something
I really
until
got to lose? What's a little bit of allulose going to hurt every day?
well, obviously not, it's not hurting you at all.
Right.
So
Yeah.
ain't broke, don't fix it, enjoy it. I mean, that's
Yeah.
not a problem. I would worry as sensitive as my body is. If I put that in every day, my numbers would be crazy. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not willing to test it right now. I don't want anything extra in me that I don't have to put in. But it's worked for you. So
Yeah, I know it's everybody's different.
Yeah.
And,
Yep.
But I mean,
I really think since Boz got home this weekend too, I know after, I'm coaching the 21-day course next month. And I really think after that course, I think she's going to introduce some of this information and I'll learn a lot more because I'll get the meeting with the coaches with her, then the classes, then everything with her during that time. And I'm sure the GLP-1 stuff is all going to be discussed in there.
Yeah.
She has done an about face. At first it was absolutely no, then it was no, unless you had ketones in circulation. And now she's learning so much more where we can apply it in different ways to people that are changing the lifestyle, but still struggling in areas. So we're going to learn more about that. So I can't wait to find out. I'll keep you posted as I do. Okay.
Yeah, she almost talked like she was going to try to incorporate it somehow in the 21 day, which is making me going, all right, I might take the class this time.
Right. Right. I will keep you posted as I find out.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. Good job, Diana. Come on in, Nancy. Let's get you in next in case you need to go to bed.
Oh, stop it. Don't say all that in public.
Hey, it's my bedtime too. I'm not shy.
At bedtime. What are you talking about? You're up. You burn the midnight oil. What are you talking about?
Ain't tonight. Not tonight.
So, the micro dosing. You mean like I just bought some last week because I've been hearing so much about this.
About the allulose, you mean?
Yes,
Or the peptide?
and so I bought some last week, and I think I used some yesterday. Used some today, although my sugars are high. But that's a different story. So so the micro dosing, you're talking about not using 2.5, is it teaspoons?
I forget what.
Yeah, that's the serving, but no, the microdosing is
Mic-
like the Ozempic is what we're talking about.
Microdosing is coming from the medication.
Okay. That's what that's what I was, okay, fine.
Yeah,
It's not,
microdosing.
not attached to the allulose. That's why I was like, I was
No.
trying to connect those two. Okay,
Yeah.
scratch that question.
Okay.
My, like, I think Saturday I went to a service. I forget what we call them. Celebration of life service, and ended up taking. Of course, I always grab stuff from my dad. A couple of chocolate chip cookies and a bowl of bowls of different things. I don't eat it. I didn't eat anything when I was there. Of course, when I come home, he didn't eat the potato salad, so I ate it. And he didn't eat the cookie, so I ate one night, then one the next morning. Of course, I couldn't leave it.
It's all Dad's
My
fault.
body
He
was
ate 'em.
crying. Like, oh, finish it, take the other one. But I'm telling you, I freaking suffer so much when I pick stuff up.
Yep.
And today's like my third day of being pretty strict keto. And, I'm not bouncing back like I have in the past. And boy, I'm really kicking myself for picking stuff up because, and matter of fact, I'm getting worse. Like I had low back pain last night, then today around 2:00, it came back. It was like, oh my gosh. And I don't know if it's plantar fasciitis that I have, but boy, my right heel kills me sometimes. And I'm still just feeling real puffy. It's like it's not going away. Well, I guess I shouldn't expect it in 3 days, but
Right. So the lesson in that.
I have been like kind of bouncing back and forth, and I'm just not feeling better like I have in the past, So I'm like, I really just want to stay on target. I went out and bought some. I went out and bought some chicken drumsticks just to kind of like, okay, I got to have something to eat, so cook it and stuff that's protein. Because I don't usually like eating chicken. Because you need more fat to counteract blah blah blah. The protein, whatever, to keep your fats at 80%.
Yeah.
Right.
But I went out and bought some ground beef, to something close to 70-30 anyway. And then I ate some pork belly today, but I cooked it a lot more than I ever have. But boy, my stomach is freaking, it's killing me. It's burning, and so I don't know. I'm just trying to stay. I'm trying to buy stuff, so I'm going to cook it and have it in my fridge, and make sure I stay, eating the meat and the fat. But boy, the fat's really hurting my stomach,
Well, Nance, I know you've dealt with that gut issue, first of all, so we're still working on that with the bone broth. So try to get some bone broth in you and get that healed up. So that's just one of those things. It's going to take time. When I hear you talking about you're bouncing in and out and it's just not bouncing back like you used to, part of that's the addiction in the brain. So, when you go out and you want it and you're craving it and you see it or whatever, but when you're not bouncing out of it, think of how cleaned out your body gets when you're on track.
Yeah.
Then when we add it back in, I do the same thing. It's when I jump ship just a little bit, it reacts a whole lot. But it's like my body is used to being so cleaned out. When I put any of the garbage back in me, my body's like hell to the no. So think of it as your check engine light coming on. Think of it as your body saying, nope, that don't work. We already played this game.
Yeah.
And know that. So that is what is mindful for everybody to please keep in mind. If you can stay on track, that's why I give you all the handouts and stuff like that to, hey, Mon, glad you made it. That's why I give you the handouts and stuff to try to keep you on track. I know everybody's going to have a holiday coming. I know everything that gets so tough through the next 2 weeks. I get that. But you've got to try to apply. It is not about the food on the table. It is about the people around it. So please be mindful and look up from that. Don't worry as much about the food. If you do jump ship, jump gently. Don't go crazy over it because we don't bounce back like we used to. Remember when we all first start and you get those high ketones and the sugar comes down and everything, you get that honeymoon phase. You won't get that the next time around. That's your body first, all the big change coming in. So that chemistry shift, the liver will overshoot the ketones, your glucose will come down because it's such a huge change. Your body is still used to mega doses of insulin to bring those mega doses of glucose down. So the liver keeps, everything's got to adjust. When we jump ship after we've been doing this for a while, your body's just struggling again and it's already been through that phase. So it's like, hell no. So it's not worth it. I mean, the couple days on vacation, I couldn't get my shoes on. My feet were so swelled because we ate ice cream a couple days. It's not worth it. It is just, you got to be mindful of that. So please go in with a plan. Go in, buy the stuff that you can eat on, even if you're eating outside your eating window, even if you're at a party and you want to munch on the cheese and meat plate,
Charcuterie.
that word, munch on
There
that.
you
See, I got him cued now. He knows when I'm going to say it. Or not say it. Those kind of things will keep you prepped and ready to get you through the holidays, Nance. Just stay as best you can. Don't beat
Yeah.
yourself up. But here's one thing I am going to say. Come January 7th, we're all game on. And I'm taking my veterans. You veterans are going to fast with me. So I'm pulling you along. You're jumping in with me. You guys are all your chemistry is ready for all my veterans. You guys can do this. So you got this.
Yeah. One thing I do have to say, I still struggle when I have to go out to eat with my dad. It's like I know he's going to want to go tomorrow, and it's like he doesn't. We have to go like at 3:30.
Okay.
Ish.
So what's your struggle when you go? Is it the foods around you? Just all the
Oh
things that you
yeah.
want?
Oh yeah. It's that no sugar added blueberry pie. But I only eat the
Oh.
filling. I only eat the filling, and I've been able to get away with that, not affecting me too bad. But I just can't. I have a salad and I had to have a steak. Big whoopee. And the steak isn't always that good.
You need to do the stick of butter trick before you go.
No, that hurts I tried to do some butter today.
That or bust out one of your cans of sardines first.
Oh yeah, I did buy some dill relish. Diane, I bought some relish.
You're gonna try
yesterday.
the sardine salad.
What?
I bought some relish,
Oh,
dill relish to put in with my sardines.
I did too. I got the dill. My favorite is the
Yeah.
sweet, but I was
Yeah.
like, I'll try the dill.
Yeah, I have a can of sardines sitting on my counter.
They're
Sitting
calling
there.
your name.
See,
It's staring at me, and I'm like, yeah, no, not today. So
I'm not there yet
trying.
either. I feel you.
I'm trying, but when my stomach is burning like it is right now, I can't do the sardines. That really hurts my stomach.
Mm-hmm.
Nancy, I
and
really hope you're doing the bone broth steady.
No, I'm not. I have one more container of it. I'm still waiting. I bought myself a 16-quart pot, because I always borrowed someone's, a 20-quart. I don't need more than 16. That sucker's so heavy,
Oh yeah.
So, and I don't have a Lance to do all my work,
Right.
I'll rent him
So,
out. You can have it. You can borrow him.
Yeah, no, it's 2 ways to trip. No, it's okay.
Hey, as long as I get to ride down with him, I'm good.
There you go. Still,
Yeah, there
still
you
go
go.
for a free trip to Florida.
That's a long trip, baby.
Next time we'll just be making bone broth the whole week. We're down there with you.
Yeah. So anyway, so once I just hate keep, but I think I just might have to borrow my friend's pot again, to make some more, because I told you what I did. I put a whole bunch of bone broth in these mason jars. I filled them up too high. So guess what? They all
Yes.
broke.
Yep.
Oh, and I know
I'm
better.
sorry.
I don't know. You just whatever.
Some
So
plastic ones.
I'm eating plastic ones, really?
I get the little freezer contain those little jam freezer containers, little square ones, or the ones
Yeah.
that soup comes in from the grocery store.
Yep.
Mine cracked too. I thought I had enough room
Yeah, glass ones.
and I took it out. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It was in the freezer all that time and didn't crack, and then I took it out and I put it back in, and that's when
Oh.
it cracked.
The
But
other thing too, with
I just let it was still like a big ice cube, so I took the glass off of it and put it in a bowl. I'm pretty sure there's like nothing in it. It's
no
just
chunks in it, you're good.
Yeah, I put
So-
one in a strainer, but I was just so disgusted and sick of it. I just threw them all out. It's like trash
Just know
guys
too, when
come
you're-
in, and
When
I'm
you
just
guys are freezing with jars, if you use the jars that are straight up and down that don't have the lip on them that goes in the smoke, if you use the ones that go straight up and down more, they're less likely to break. Just know that.
You know
What
how
are
the you know how the mason jars at the top where the threads
Oh
are,
yeah,
they
yeah.
curve in.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
curve into the threads. That's the jars you don't want to use. They're more susceptible to crack because that acts as leverage on the glass
Oh,
as that
right.
expands. The
Okay.
straight walled ones are
Where
the
do you
ones
get the
want.
straight ones? I mean, I don't see those.
Wide mouth.
Wide Mouth or Walmart or Amazon, or go over on my storefront. I think there's some over there.
Okay. All right.
But
So
plastic containers work too. Go get the
Absolutely.
plastic containers.
yeah.
So, and I reuse them, wash them out, put them back in. When I
All
send
right.
them home with
Okay.
everybody and I don't get them back.
Yeah, yeah. So I need to make some. I've been waiting. I don't know. I think they're shipping it straight from China or something.
Could be.
Yeah.
Stuck on a boat.
Right.
Yep, yep. So
Nancy-
anyways, but
For you, you need to be working on that gut health, girl,
yeah,
and hold steady through the holidays. Come next month, we're gonna jump
yep, yep,
in. So we got this. Good job.
Hang in there, dear.
We got you.
yep.
Come on in, Angel. Come check in.
Well, my glucose numbers are gradually going down.
See,
Yes, they
amazing
are.
what being sick will do for a minute, right?
Well, and I've been closing my eating window way sooner,
Nice.
except for like some days, like today, I ate later because I every now and then I've been going over to Normandy because I haven't been working over there anymore, because they claim they're not busy and they don't need me over there, so I haven't been working over there. I just went and applied to Duncan. You might see me there,
There you go.
but yeah, so maybe if I can not eat those donuts.
Not eat the donuts, right?
Oh yeah, that would be
The
rough.
blueberry one.
Well, don't tell me about them.
I
I
know.
already seen them. But and
Oh, look.
If you know what goes in those donuts, you probably won't.
Look at the ingredients before you
yeah,
make a good call there.
so but I don't know. Just what's making me feel good isn't my glucose is coming down. But
That's all.
you're gonna like give me the
What
right
for?
act, but I am kind of thinking New Year's Eve. I've been not like even I've been at the railroad. Well, that's where I seen your daughter at because they have
Sorry,
music.
Sarah.
They have music over there, and rather than sit at home by myself, I've been going over there. I sit over there and drink water,
Nice.
but
Good for
but
you.
I've been like, I was like the other day, I was like, could just have something to drink, and I'm like, no, I'm gonna save it, and I
Absolutely.
might drink on New Year's Eve.
Club
Then
soda
I
and
like-
lime.
I won't keep drinking like every weekend or nothing, just
Right.
that one day.
And you know what, Angel, if that's what you're going to do and you're going in with a plan, have a plan for the next day. Have your pucker up, have it ready,
Yeah.
and come in and you're going to, whatever that, you're going to have that hangover feeling if nothing else. Oh, hang on, we got back on. There we go. You're gonna, you just come out with a plan. So if you're gonna drink, have pucker up ready the next day. You're gonna sip on those ketones all day. You're gonna get right back on track. Eat your meal early, or maybe at lunchtime. If you sleep in a little bit, you've been out late, you sleep in a little bit. Eat your meal early. go for a walk, do something, get in the hot tub, do something to burn off some extra glucose and alcohol, and you get right back on. It's no big deal. You're not going to you're young and healthy. Maybe you will bounce back. I would not recover fast, but if you want to, try it, but come out with a plan is the biggest thing with it. Just don't let it derail you to mean now you're going to do it every Saturday and it's
Yeah.
going to mess up your numbers every weekend. So again, if there's going to be, I'm going to have cookie hooky day with my kids.
Mhm.
So it's going to happen. I'm going to be sick. It's not going to be pretty. And I'm going to come out with pucker up the next day and get going. I mean, that's
Oh,
just
and a little afraid tomorrow because I did eat some cheesecake tonight. I went over to the restaurant and they had some kind of dessert that had peanut butter cheesecake and peanut butter on top of it.
Oh,
Gianna ate all the peanut butter off the top of it. And
give
she
you the
wasn't gonna eat the cheesecake. I said, "You're not gonna eat that?" I was like, "Well,
Well, the
you
sad
can't
part,
waste it.
the sad part,
Somebody's
right?
gotta
That'd
eat
be
it.
Lance. You can't waste that.
Don't waste that.
So I didn't eat the crust because the crust looked like it was sweet, really. Like it was like gooey. I don't know. It was graham cracker, but you could tell it was gooey, like it had some kind of sugar or something in it.
Okay,
So I
so if
didn't
cheesecake
eat the crust, but I just ate the cheesecake
if
part of it.
cheesecake is anybody's jam, does everybody know there is a very good, easy way to make cheesecake? That's
No,
pretty,
but well,
pretty
I've
delicious.
heard you talk about it, but I need
It's
the
cream
recipe.
cheese. You just put a couple drops of that vanilla stevia in it. You whip it up. If you want to put, you can get as fancy as you want with it with some egg, or you could just whip up some whipped cream, put a pump of even the flavored sugar-free, like the pumps that Dunkin' or everybody Starbucks uses, the sugar-free alcohol. What are those called? The sugar-free
flavoring.
flavors, whatever
Vanilla,
flavor you want.
vanilla flavor.
Perfect. But if you're going to have a cheesecake, it's better than 2 cups of sugar in it.
Yeah.
So put a pump of those, what is it, sucralose? It's going to be some kind of crappy sweetener in it. It's still not good for you, but if
Could
you're
you
going to
use
do
this?
it, you could use some allulose, but I don't find allulose sweet. So it's very bland to me. You got to really use a lot of it to get sweetness. So if you're wanting just to take the flavor off of cream cheese, you whip that up, add a little bit of heavy cream to it. It makes a beautiful cream cheesecake kind of snack, especially when you haven't had a snack forever. Tastes really good. I mean, it's one of the, if you want to get really technical in it and you want to get a little crust in it, use some walnuts, use some almonds, you grind them up, make a little buttery crust in the bottom of a little one of the, use these little ramekins, just make them little single servings and whip it up, put it in there, and it's a nice treat. And it's actually it fills you up with the cheesecake feeling if you're a cheesecake person, because I like cheesecake. And so does he. So, but it's legal and it works and it's not that big of a deal. There's a lot of desserts like, don't even try. Like I'm almost to the point with cookies. I mean, my daughter-in-law makes cookies for the kids out of the keto chow, but I'm almost to the point. If I want the cookie that I want that my mama used to make that I ate with my brothers till I was going to puke, I want the real cookie. So I'd rather have one real cookie.
And you can do that.
And
some of us can't. With Nancy.
All right, I'd rather have 1 or 2 or 3 cookies, real cookies, than a whole batch of fake cookies.
Almost cookies.
Almost cookies. So
One cookie. That's all you can have.
You got to know your cookie personality. What's your cookie personality? That's what we've got to figure out. Are you a one and done?
Better off none.
And then this weekend I'll probably be a little bit off because tomorrow I'm going up to Pittsburgh with a friend and we're going to a TSO concert.
Nice.
Oh wow.
And maybe to Kennywood. I bought 2 tickets when I bought them just because I thought I'd find somebody to go with me, and it come up to like now and I haven't found the person that I wanted to go with me, so I had to I was like, well, I'm going either way. So I'm either gonna sell this ticket or I'm gonna try to get somebody to go. I met this lady that actually used to rent from because my mom and dad, when they bought their house years ago, it was a duplex. And I remember when I was a kid, they rented it. And I've met like 2 different people over at the Normandy that used to rent off my mom and dad. And their house is right across the street right there by Teasers. So I was like, I used to live over there, and they were like, I used to rent off of your mom and dad. And I'm like, who are you? What's your name? But I seen her at the railroad also. We were listening to the music over there, and So she's gonna go with me tomorrow, and I
Well,
figure we'll
good.
probably go out, to eat somewhere. And
Again, go
I'll,
enjoy it, make
yeah.
your memories, have fun, but come out with a plan.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's it's not a you're so locked in you can never do anything. It's just that most people don't come out of it and let it just derail you. It's the discipline, and it's maybe that's little the two guys on your shoulder. Okay, I'm going to go enjoy this night, but the discipline comes in at tomorrow of okay, but tomorrow I'm going to hold myself accountable. Do the hard things, make yourself accountable. It's not a week of crazy, it's a weekend and an enjoyment, and then you don't feel guilty about it. Now, if it derails you forever, that's on you. Don't let it, be bullheaded.
And
Don't
I need to get some of that pucker up or something because I don't have any yet.
that it's not cheap. So that's why I use it sparingly and I use it with a plan, but I love it because it does not jack up my numbers, it does not mess up a fast, and it will raise your ketones. It does stimulate the liver then to help you produce ketones, which is the process you're trying to get back into after you fall off the wagon. So it's not even fall off the wagon. It's I choose, when I screw up, I choose to. It's not a oh gee, I didn't fall down and the donut fell in my mouth. I mean, it's just
I don't know. That happens to me.
I love you, Nance.
I did the other day. I don't know. I think I remember telling you before. I used to drink these things called oh, now I can't even remember what
This
they're called.
flavored
But
seltzer waters,
the little powders that you put in your water.
the
And
LMTs.
Electrolytes, LMNT. I mean,
oh, no, they're not that one, but they're they're called Zip Fizz actually.
Most
And
of them that have flavors and stuff in it. That's the thing. I just wouldn't push those because they will
And I
stimulate.
yeah, I haven't bought any more of them, but I had like 2 of them left in my silverware drawer. They're these little, well, you can't even little things, and you put them in your water. And I haven't drank any of them really since I've been doing this. But the other day I was just like, I think I just want to try. I'll
When you
see
try
what it
something like that,
does.
just put it in your eating window and try it in your eating
Yeah,
window because there's probably some maltodextrose or something in it that's making it fun and fizzy and all the stuff. So just make sure it's in your eating window.
yeah, it's too small to read to tell you
Right.
what's in it.
I know the feeling.
We're officially
Use-
old and blind.
Use a magnifier or
That's what that thing on your phone's for.
yeah.
Yeah, you gotta take a
My
picture of
glasses.
it, and then
Oh,
Yeah.
here, wait, mine are over here.
I told a lady at work, or oh yeah, citric acid,
That's
glucose
fizzy.
polymers.
Yep. There you go. Second ingredient, which says it's probably pretty sweet.
Glucose.
Yeah.
Yeah. But again, that's the lesson you learn in it. You turn it around, read the label. So,
But it says 0 sugar, so I think
Right.
it's
Well,
probably
it doesn't have sugar. It has something else.
they just name it
Well-
something else and put another sweetener in there. So it's all it
Yeah.
comes down to. Sweetness to the body still gets insulin released. So it doesn't matter where that sweetness is coming from. It's still
They have trained us
But
so
not
well.
allulose.
I don't think it was last night. The night before.
Yeah, the allulose doesn't raise mine, but that's me.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You just said it. It's you.
And everybody needs to check that. If you want to check the allulose, check it.
I'm using it every day in my coffee. I mean, today was the second day, so
Nice.
I'm
It does.
I'm testing it out.
Good.
But you know what? That is the beauty of what we do. You will test it and you will know for
Mhm.
sure if it works for
You
you.
can track your
Yeah.
numbers to find out.
So you know enough of your numbers. If you don't, we can bring the dashboard up and show you, as you connect them, and then you'll see the graph. Mark down the date that you started using it, and I will mark that on your chart, and then I will be able to bring that up and you'll see the graph. Let's watch what it does over the next 2 weeks. Does the graph keep going down or does the graph swing up when you do it? So win-win, you're going to find out. And that's exactly how you bring in and introduce anything new to your body is you have your numbers and you can check it.
That's another one of the things that they said that it will lower your glucose.
Mhm.
Boz even said that. But
I'm just chicken to put anything in.
yeah, I know. I mean, like I said, everybody's
Hey.
different. You got to use your own judgment. But
You're gonna
But
eat You're gonna eat a cookie with your girls.
I am.
So try
And
the allulose rather.
But it's
And
not
if I mess up
sweet.
those cookies, then I got to make them again because my girls will
no,
not.
no. I mean, like not in the cookies.
No, I do have. I mean, I have it sitting right here. I've used it before in my coffee or my tea, or so I have used it. It's not that I've never used it.
It's half.
Yeah.
No, I poured it in a jar. It's out in a
Oh.
jar on my counter. I put it in a pretty container. So, I'm say I'm not opposed to using it. I just don't like anything extra in me if I don't have to. It's a treat. It's not a I can easily do that. I can say it's a treat to me. So once every week or two, I'll put a scoop in something and it's a treat.
You're a different kind of human.
I know. It's those rules I was raised with that
I
give me
wish
a
I
rule.
was.
Ugh,
I wish I had been.
I know. It's and I hate to say that. I'm not saying that it's that part is not hard for me. It is not.
Yeah.
So it's one of those a treat. I've learned really young that a treat is once a month is a treat. A treat isn't once a day.
You know those little Andes candies? You know those little mint
Yeah.
things that are really good?
Yeah.
You can have one and put the pack away.
Oh, yeah. I don't understand people like that.
Yep.
Well, you can see how good it's working at the moment. So yeah, we still got that would be why I have to be so sensitive and so
Yes.
That's got nothing to do with it.
I know.
You are more, everything that you went through, you're more broken than most of us.
I'm
So.
more broken than the average bear.
Well, I mean that not in a bad way, but
No, absolutely. No,
You're
that's the
right.
absolute truth.
Me and him can eat the exact same thing. His chemistry will take off. He'll drop all the weight. The inflammation will go away, and I will still be scrubbing my nose on the sidewalk. So
I don't.
I
think
said my
anything
body is
else
trying to
goes
kill
through.
me 15 ways from Sunday every given day. So it's just a
Sure.
full-time job to keep me alive. So, come on in, Monica. Come and tell us how you're doing. Good to see you, hun.
Hi.
That's going to
I
change.
cut my hair.
Right, it is. You're right.
What'd you say?
I cut my hair.
I see that. It looks beautiful.
Ah.
It was long.
Are you
And,
stressing at cutting your hair? It
Yeah,
better not be a stress cut.
because it was mid back, and then but get this, like my like a really cool thing about this whole diet was that my hair was not falling out anymore. But then before I made it here to my parents, it started to fall off again. So
Oh.
in here with family and stuff, it's just like clumps. I'm like, oh my God, what the hell is this?
Stressing.
So like 2 weeks ago, I went to a really good hairstylist, and I'm like, okay, cut half of it off. And she did really good with layers. And then today I was like, screw all of this. I'm just gonna cut it all off. And I did. And I'm glad I did, because I don't know. It's just I just hate when I have like the longer hair and it's just like so straggly, like it's just like a rat tail. Like it's just like, why? I just so yeah, this gives me more volume, and I feel like instead of it doesn't look like I have 6 hairs left.
Thing. You poor thing. I'm sorry.
Little,
Yeah, no,
little
that's
stress
okay.
gun.
But again, what does cortisol do to everybody? I mean, you will see it come out, how it
Yeah.
reacts on. I blow up like a blowfish. When I'm stressed, I blow up. Your hair may fall out. The next person may have headaches or migraines or whatever. That's cortisol rising, and your body has a weakness. Come on in, Angel. When you just pop in and out, you should be good. But where everybody's stress is different and everybody handles it different. And it's just one of those things you don't know what your body is going to do. And if your
Yeah.
body is one of those that comes on it's your hair falling out, we got to get the cortisol back down, get you back. When do you go back home?
I know. Well, my niece is begging me to stay for Christmas, and I think I will. I mean,
I
she's
was gonna
just
say you're pretty close.
Might as well hang out now.
that was her argument. She said there's only 7, she's only 8 years old, right? And she's all she said, I don't know, it was yesterday, 6 days left for Christmas. And she's like, why don't you stay? It's a good idea for you to stay because it's only 6 days.
Right.
And so again, this is the last time that I might be able to like come here for, for such an extended time. So I've been thinking about it. And so I might just stay. So I might not have any hair left, but next time you see me, I'll have
Yeah, you'll have one of these.
Yeah, don't get a haircut like mine, please. It is low.
That's
It is low maintenance, but it's not very fashionable.
my husband's hair's like that. So we would be twinning.
There you go.
Yeah.
Monica, for everything that you're going through right now, I am proud of you. And I know this hasn't been an easy journey for you, but again, I will ask you take the focus off the food and put the focus on the memories that you're making. Your niece, think of her, she's looking at Auntie Monica and getting to have spend Christmas with you. Make the memory. Don't let it be about the food. Let the dopamine be from the people and the love around you, which
Yeah.
is truly what it is.
Yeah. Well, today I started to realize because I was journaling and I'm like, I realized today after journaling and praying and all that good stuff and getting my hair cut, I I was like, wait, holy crap. So the reason I've been snacking so much on cheese and the reason like my anxiety is back is because I haven't had pork belly of the good fat for like a good week and almost 2 weeks now because again of the belly aches I was getting. And then I'm like, F this. I think I'll take the belly ache just to like because like the anxiety is so bad. And again the snacking. And I was like going, what the heck am I snacking for? And I'm just like, I don't know, but I'm nervous and whatever. I'm just eating. And then today I'm like, I caught it all. And then I thought, okay, enough of this. I'm gonna go to, it's like if I'm gonna stay till Christmas. I'm gonna go take the road trip for 2 hours and I'm gonna go look for a good pork belly if just to avoid the belly pain. But I thought that was interesting and I'm like, I don't want to like have an extreme fail like I did last on the last on well, I didn't really fall that bad, but I mean I felt like I did, right? Because one day I just had no control. But yeah, that's what I thought. I'm like, no, this time around, like, like the group says, have a plan and I'm gonna have enough fats. And so today I felt better, like the bad anxiety went away. And I don't know, just I'm still I'm feeling a little bit hungry and it's probably because I have another cold again. And I think it's because my
Oh,
knees and my
jeez.
I know. I just got over one last weekend and then like I had like chills and stuff like that. And I think it's because my niece has like some kind of cold. And somebody told me that if you're not around children a lot, but then like you're exposed to children,
The petri
like
dishes.
yeah, like you're getting it more often, right? And I'm going, oh damn it. So
Right?
So yeah, so I think that's why I'm hungry, but that's okay. As soon as I'm done, I'm gonna go get me like this like fatty latte, not latte, but just like I'm gonna make a concoction with water and butter, and then I'm just gonna have a little bit of pork belly and just have enough fats because I don't want to not sleep. So that's the conclusions I've come to, or that's what I come to realize.
You've made it this many weeks to have that plan. First of all, good job. You're going to have that plan. You're going to stick with it. You're going to get through the holidays. You're going to make the memories with your family
Yeah.
and you're not going to stress about it. You're just going to
Yeah.
enjoy it. But getting those fats in you, there is one part of some of the stuff Dr. Boz was talking about with the GLP-1 that made me think of you.
Mhm.
Because I know it's not a weight issue. You're not dealing with that. You're dealing with those numbers. But with you being so hungry, if we get, I really hope when you get home, you can work on that
yeah.
thyroid issue. But those GLP-1s are
Mhm.
working on those excessive hunger
Yep.
signals too. So you may be a candidate for that micro dosing stuff. I don't know. That would be one of the things. Listen for her listen for her to teach on it. Be mindful that I'm sure there's going to be new stuff coming out this conference was
Yeah.
great that she just went to. So,
I'm sorry, what's it called again? What's
the
GOP?
GLP-1s, the
GLP.
One.
Ozempic,
it's not the Ozempic, it's another one
right.
coming out, and there's one coming out that works on 3 of them, but they're peptides. So it's one of those, she's working on it, she's trying to get it out there. But I heard about people that with excessive hunger, and I know you hit your fat macros, you hit your protein macros, and you still want to chew somebody's arm off. We're either talking some thyroid or some sensor receptor things in your brain that is making you feel so hungry. So I would really be curious to see what she teaches on that. So keep your ears open to see what she says, and I'll help if I hear anything on the back end, I'll let you know. But
Gotcha. So is it we're still talking about Dr. Boz, right?
Mhm.
Okay, gotcha. I'm sorry, I just didn't catch that. Okay. Yeah, no, that's wonderful because I am definitely going back home and like Diane and I've been talking about like or exchanging information on like the doctors or how to find doctors, that will work with you
Mhm.
for thyroid. And so I'm definitely gonna hop on board with that because it's been so hard, like going natural, going like with a naturopath and taking the iodine, and I just like fall, like either my hair falls out or I'm just like I'm just so tired I can't get out of bed.
I would check
So
with that
this
Dr. Tina and Dr. Amy. I would check with both of those.
Dr. Tina and Dr. Amy, are they on YouTube?
Yep. You can go over there.
Dr.
Those are
Okay.
both that will help you with the hormone stuff, and which will then get you in line. You've got to do all those precursors, and you're in ketosis. You have great numbers. If they want to microdose
Yeah.
you with something, it would be you've done the work, so I would vouch for you on
Yeah.
that. That'd be one
Yeah.
of the
Okay.
precursors. So just keep your ears
Yeah.
open. I'm sure Boz is going to be teaching on this in the weeks to come. So
Awesome. That's great.
I'm sure.
That's
So
great.
yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And again, if I can just throw anything out there, I know we got a few over on YouTube too. Please, the holidays are coming. This is not about food. You guys have heard me say it a million times. And actually, my sister-in-law is here to vouch. It's not going to do it.
Don't do it.
I'm not going to.
Don't do it.
It's not about pizza and donuts. And I would give up pizza and donuts for the rest of my life to have one more minute with my brother.
Oh.
So it's not about food. It is not about the special treats that we all want. It's not about those things that we all grew up with. Your grandma's favorite apple pie. It is not the apple pie that is so special. It is your grandma made it. Be mindful. Do not let silly things derail you, because take away all the pizza oven pizza and all the Johnny's curler donuts for the rest of my life to have a minute with my Uncle David and my brother. But my family revolves around that pizza, revolves around those donuts. We don't have a family function that we don't have them. It's not about the donuts. It's not about the pizza. It is the love around the table. And if you guys can be mindful of that, then the only thing for your treats you can do, schedule it, plan it, do it, but get over it. Walk on. And if you can go without doing them, more power to you, because that's what it's about. You work too hard to derail yourself for a treat it's not the food. You're going to eat it. You're going to get sick. You're going to go to the bathroom and you're going to feel like crap the next day or 2 or 3.
Yep.
So plan on it, know it, count on it, and try to make a better choice, but put the emphasis where it needs to be. Okay. Put the feeling and the heart and the connection and the emotion with the person and the people around your table. So you love them, not the food. Okay. Has everybody got that? Didn't mean to be buzzkill, but
Wow.
sorry.
That was heavy, babe.
All right. Sorry. I'm going to go through announcements one more time so we can all get going and enjoy the holiday, guys.
Yes.
No support group next week. We're going to take the next week off for this support group. Hack Your Health, JTK, $100 off is the code. Price will increase January 1st. If you're going to Hack Your Health with us, you're going to meet us down there. Get your tickets early. They're progressively going to get more expensive. So if you're going to go to one conference a year, stay for this one and go. It is worth it. Robin does an excellent job. Robin puts it out there. Robin does all the good things, and this is a good one to go to. And it's going to be in Florida this year instead of Texas. So
in Tampa.
Yay! So I think that's going to be great. Paid classes, our coaching people, we're going to have classes on Monday next week instead of Tuesday. And then, sorry, Kimmy, didn't mean to get you.
No, you're
Okay. We're going to have classes on Monday, and then
Only evening classes.
only evening classes, no daytime classes.
Beginner at 7, intermediate at 8:30.
Yes. So, and then the rest of the week will be off. January 7th, we'll start the new round for January classes. We'll still have 4 classes in that month. Christmas party, December 29th. I hope everybody gets signed up. You can sign up at journeytoketo.com. Angel, come on in. You got a question?
Yeah, now that I had to get it on my phone because I don't know, my stupid computer I think the thing got turned off. But anyways, where do I get those tickets for that thing that you were just telling me?
Hack Your Health.
Hack Your Health.
Okay, because I've seen it before, but I can't remember where.
I will also be putting it on our website. So if you, I don't know if I'll get it up this week, but it will be going on the website. But make sure you use the code when you check out that, and tells them that you're our people, and you'll get the discount off for it.
Okay.
And if you have any trouble with it, call me and I'll send you a link.
Because that happens. I find stuff and then I'm like, where the heck was
Where
that?
was it?
Where
That
the-
is why we are desperately trying to put everything you need on our website. So you don't have to go anywhere but our website for everything. So it's not there yet, but we're almost there. Everybody's check it out. We got a new group coaching page and everything. So gift certificates are available over there now. Anything that you guys need, just let me know. And we're working on the recipes. They're a work in progress, but we've got one ready to go live. So hopefully we'll get recipes going pretty soon. But you guys know how good of a recipe person I am. So, all right. Any questions on YouTube? You good over there?
Nope, I'm good over
We
here.
are good. Everybody out there, thank you guys. We love and appreciate you guys' support. And we will see you guys next week.
Monday.
Monday. We'll see both
Yep.
all you guys Monday for all you guys are in class. So
Yep.
we'll see you guys Monday. If you're on YouTube, have a Merry Christmas. We love y'all.